Hey all.
Hello again. This is a special edition of D&D. As you can see, it is D and P today. Kenny cannot fucking figure out his work schedule, so we just had to get this show on the road, and Pugsley's filling in. Intern Pugsley.
Producer.
Happy to have you here.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
In front of the camera this
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's a change. Usually behind the camera, the mastermind.
Yeah, it's got to be exciting here for you.
Yeah, it's pretty
All right.
intense.
Well, I mean, let's talk about briefly. Let's talk about what's going on in the league. I mean, the biggest game of the year. We can talk about it.
Yeah.
I beat Kenny this year.
You did.
I did. I don't know if you heard that or not.
I didn't know that.
It happened.
Wow.
Kenny lost to me. He I don't know. It was probably one of the more fun games that I've ever played, and I don't know. Injured Geno Smith early on, which was a win in itself.
Now I think Kenny posted something on the thread recently saying that game was rigged and that you had.
He's throwing out there right now that part of his trade for AJ Green with Will is that he had to lose to me at some point. Let's be very, very clear about something here. Kenny wouldn't let anybody win for anything at all, ever. I mean, AJ Green is good and everything, but he's not good enough for Kenny to throw out a loss to me. It'll never happen. He knows that I would never let him forget it, and I fucking message him every single day, and I talk to him about it, and just continue to give him shit about it. So he's inventing this new reason.
So in Kenny's mind, I mean, he's not here to defend himself, but Kenny's mind is that you shouldn't have won at all, and that
he
let
claims
you
that
win.
he claims that he let me win.
Wow.
Which is fine. He can say that, but all that anybody else can really see, Kenny, is that there was a win for the Bills and a loss for the Jets. That's all it comes down to.
But I mean, the score does indicate that, and and Kenny lost to you is probably the most demoralizing thing he's ever been through. I mean, mentally.
Yeah, and we were messaging throughout the game. I know
for anybody to lose to you, it's got to be. I know every time I lose to you, I want to go shoot myself in the face.
Earlier today,
yeah.
I had to talk you off the ledge. It was pretty brutal.
That was bad.
I don't know. I mean, we don't need to spend a ton of time on it. I think it's kind of run its course for now, and I mean, it's kind of between me and Kenny at this point. Kenny, he won't forget it. I can assure the Rick Rambis League that I
don't need to say anything.
Never live it down.
I know how depressed he is. I'm sure he hasn't left his room, and I don't know. When did it happen? Last week? 2 weeks ago? I thought you'd have it down to the date, but
I don't have it down to the date. I'm sure if I looked for it, I would have it, but I don't.
You just masturbate to it every time you sleep and look at the score and
pretty much
over your face.
Every morning when I wake up, I remind myself that that's what I did, and it feels good. It really does.
Mm-hmm. So as everybody knows, I'm tanking this year, obviously.
Yeah.
Full tank.
Johnny Football.
I couldn't tank any harder if I tried. I think I was 0-3, and then I played the CPU for some odd reason and beat the CPU because I was going to start a run like I usually do, a playoff run.
Oh, yeah, that typically happens with you, yeah.
And then I just said, fuck it. After the controller that I have doesn't work, and full tank mode. I'm pulling a Bentley. Pulling a Bentley.
The controller problem.
And full tank mode is on, and you know what happened last week? Did you hear what happened?
I did see what happened last week.
Yeah.
You got your second win of the year.
I got my second win of the year.
How does that happen with a tanking person?
So Shell Tits, texts me, he's ready to play. Tuesday morning, let's go, let's do this. And I texted him back. I'm like, yeah, I have no desire to win. I'll put it on auto for you so you can play the computer, get an easy win. I think he's 7-7.
Yeah, he's not doing very good. He's had a couple of games. I think he just beat somebody significant. I want to say
Will?
No. Okay. No, it was like
no, Will just lost to Marcus.
So. Yeah, Will lost to Marcus again.
I thought he had him figured out.
He had the blueprint. I don't know what he keeps doing with these things, if he's forgetting to pull them out.
Do you think he just forgets the blueprint under his bed, or the twins maybe ripped it up or something?
Maybe it could be covered with some baby
feces,
or shit, or all that kind of stuff.
It's a shame.
It could be, but in any case, Will is awful.
Yeah, so I put it on auto, thinking I'm gonna get my 13th loss of the season. I think I might do it 14th loss of the season. Pumped up, get going for the number 1 pick.
Yeah, you were in line.
And Shelltits lost to the CPU Falcons.
It was a close game. It was like 1 point. It was like 57-56, I think I said.
Yeah. And as you know, I have Peyton Hillis as my number 1 running back. Harry Douglas is my number 1 wideout. I don't understand it. I mean, Shelltits, I mean, it's fine, but I obviously had a plan going here, and I really didn't see that happening.
Shit just happens.
But
it just happens.
Yeah. I just lost for words here. We're gonna do a little PST update. Jacob's got
the tournament.
All the tournament laid out.
The tournament is set here.
So
I don't know. A lot of work went into this. Not really, but
obviously a lot of work went into it.
I mean, it was a good time. We have a lot of really great statements this year. I don't know. I'm excited to do the reveal here. We had this really great elaborate plan that we were going to have the TV kind of show it in the background, but you can't really see it.
You thought of that plan?
It was my idea, and it didn't work,
Of course.
But yeah, we got 64 statements in this one, and there are some absolutely fantastic ones, and we're going to go through the entire tournament here today.
Some doozies.
Yeah. Let's start off. We had some really great names for the regions as well this year.
Yeah, we did.
Kind of named them after the Final Four of last year's Preposterous Statement Tournament. So let's start with the We Are Rebuilding region.
Who had that one?
That was our reigning champion, our remaining Preposterous Statement champion.
That's right, I did win it.
Is you.
I did win it.
Number 1 seed in this region, and number 1 seed overall goes to Justin Woers with Figuring Out the Computer is Hard. It's so unpredictable. You can't get any worse than that. You just can't. I would be very surprised if this doesn't go all the way.
And Woers spends hours upon hours upon hours figuring out how can I get the most XP with Calvin Johnson. How can I cheat the computer and this and that. So that's what makes it even better is that, out of, him and Kenny, I would say
they spend the most time
masturbating and seeing how much more XP they can get. So.
Yeah, and to utter something like that is completely preposterous. So congratulations to the Don Wu, former Don Wu.
That's number 1 worthy.
You're number 1 overall. They're going to go up against the 16th seed, which is a statement of mine. I said to Kenny, I think I can beat you. Sprinkles. This tournament was set prior to me actually beating Kenny, so...
Again?
It is a 16th seed, so I don't see myself beating Woers. There's just no chance of that happening.
No.
Number 8 seed is Woers again. This was posted on Thread a while back. My fiance surprised me with sushi and drinks with 20 of my friends. So when this was submitted, it was submitted with question marks on Woers having 20 friends and having a fiance.
It's almost like a double process.
Yeah, there's 2 statements here.
20 friends and a fiance.
Yeah, I don't think so. Going up against the number 9 seed is Marcus. Hoffman and the Panthers, this was from Madden 13, is not as bad as his record. And in quotations... Or in parentheses here, I wanted to note that at the time that this statement was said, Hoffman was 0-9.
Wow.
Yeah. If you're 0-9, you are that bad. You are as bad as that record. Let's go to the 5-12 seed, the dreaded 5-12s.
Yeah.
5th seed is Will. Will has a lot of statements here in this
Weird.
By the way, he's got a lot. He says a lot of stupid fucking bullshit.
Huh.
My goal is to go undefeated this season. Anything standing in my way should prepare to be drilled. That's...
I think
you're never going to go undefeated, ever.
Talking about drilling something else, not the teams.
Get it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. The 12 seed is another statement of mine. I'll do more with this team, the Bills, than you did in 2 years, Gene. I think JPB actually did pretty good with the Bills, and I don't know. I'm making plans this year, but
a million sim wins, and
I don't have any sim wins this year.
And so it's pretty preposterous.
4th seed. I got this is one of my favorites of all time right here. This is from Holberg. He's not in the league anymore, but this statement is just way too fantastic not to put into this tournament. I got some advice from Kenny, and I have a really good feeling about my game with Woers. 2 days later, he lost 111-3.
I think that's got that shot to make it
pretty
far.
It could go very, very far, yeah. The 13th seed here is Kenny's statement. I am like the Bill Belichick of Madden. And we talked about this in the previous D&D. I mean, Kenny, you can't compare yourself to someone who's won multiple actual Super Bowls.
Yeah.
You're not the fucking same.
You just lost to Jake.
Yeah, you lost to me. You're not Bill Belichick.
That makes it that much more.
You don't see the Jaguars rolling into New England and taking care of business. It doesn't happen. No. The 3 seed, JPB. Oh, this is another really great one. No way, my boy Cecil Shorts is sick. This is him justifying trading 99 overall Des Bryant to Kenny for a defensive tackle.
God, how bad was that trade? Oh.
One of the worst that we have ever seen in this league.
Kenny Des Bryant. I mean, I'm the king of horrible trades, but that was pretty bad.
It's just not even close. 14 is Will again. I'm legit this year. I'll probably win 1 or 2 titles for show. Never gonna
Crickets.
Never gonna win a
Crickets.
title. Never. It's just not gonna. The 6th seed is Will again.
What?
I told you he's in here a lot.
Wow.
He's in here a lot.
Surprising.
He said Bentley has been brilliant lately.
when did you even have to say that?
Yeah, there's just no scenario where Bentley would ever be looked at as brilliant. There's just no possible way. 11th seed is Dan Hogan, also not in the league anymore, but I don't know. It's just we don't have very many people in the league at all, so I got to throw in these guys.
Yeah, well, and I mean Hogan and like Hoberg, they utter such great statements sometimes that
they're just fucking dumb. Yeah, I don't know. He said this: "You, referring to Will, of course, are a really nice person that doesn't act douchey all the time."
What seed is that?
That's an 11 seed.
Oh, that's...
that tells you the talent that we got in this tournament.
Yeah, that's pretty high for that one.
It may have dropped since he's not in the league anymore, but I mean, I don't know. 7th seed, we got the Sly Man.
Oh yeah,
the Sly Man is in the tournament this year.
I'm just glad he's still doing podcasts. It's nice to see.
Oh, they're fantastic.
I know they are.
I love them every single time.
He makes time for it. I can't believe it.
Send them in. Keep going, Sly Man. You're the best, man. Mm-hmm. He said this: Jake is a respected member. During one of his podcasts.
I don't think anybody kicks more shit onto a member than you.
I collect all the shit everyone
disrespects you,
prides themselves on how much they disrespect me, and and it's
I have
fine.
zero
I can
respect
take
for you.
I wouldn't expect you to have any at all.
None.
As for anyone else in the league, I don't expect it, and I don't really want it, and I don't really care because I can handle it.
Yeah, good for you.
I'm just gonna go 13-3 and make the playoffs.
Here we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
All right, here 10 seed Chuck. Any Vikings fans have the balls to bet a #1 for this year on the Eagles-Vikings game? Regardless of my team, I would make a bet. Faith, honor, and balls. Yeah, he ended up never making a bet with Noah.
No, that's weird.
I think Noah had called him out on the Eagles making the Super Bowl, and and the Vikings ended up winning that game. But I don't think there was a person on the planet in their right fucking mind that would have thought that the Vikings would have.
No,
the Vikings were awful this year. There's no way around.
We won every game.
Stupidest bet that I've ever heard in my life.
Won every game we should have lost, and lost every game we should have won. So
yeah. The 2 seed Keith getting a 2 seed this year. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know how much fun it could be for him, referring to Dusty. I know I wouldn't want to completely ass whip every single asshole in this league. That wouldn't be fun at all. I'd hate it. You're so full of shit, Keith, and I said this was brought up in the last D&D also. There's no way. If you were as good as Dusty, you would enjoy every second of murdering people in this league. And the difference between you and Dusty in it is that you would be all over the thread, talking shit, never letting anybody forget about it.
Oh, absolutely.
You'd be the worst, best player in the league ever.
Yeah.
Going up against the 5th seed, this is Bentley. God, I'm going to fucking rape Jake. It's a brand new Madden world with the undefeated Houston Texans. He was 1-0 at the time that he made this statement. He got murdered by me, and then lost the next 5 games in a row after that.
Yeah. I don't think I've lost to Bentley.
I don't know. I don't know how anybody loses to Bentley. He's so fucking bad. Taj Boyd is the worst, and he's not going to ever get any better.
No.
So that's it for the top region.
Wow. Those are some good ones.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
There are some good ones.
Moving into our second region. This is the Fuck This Rat Status region. A fantastic rant by Hetland last year that went really far in the tournament. And
is Hetland dead, or?
He might have.
I know that he's on. I still read his Facebook posts every Friday.
He's not in the league anymore, right? I think the Bears are CPU.
Yeah, I think they are. But I just kind of miss it.
We miss you, Hetland. I enjoyed having him in the league. He's a good guy. He's got a lot of creative things.
Hopefully he comes back for PS4.
Yeah, we'll see. Top seed in this region is, I don't know, it's a really great one. Mace, getting a top seed this year. Those were fair trades. Unlike the retardos that Cooney and Kenny trade with, the CPU won't allow itself to get raped in trades. As you can remember, this was a huge mess on the thread here. When we first started the game, Mace traded for...
Automatically tried to cheat and trade the CPU.
He got 3 defensive backs that were like, Prince of Mukamura. I mean, guys that are... Their potential is through the roof, for nothing but draft picks, and it just, it blew up the league for a while, and it was...
Yeah, that was funny.
It was a good time. 16 seed is JPV. I'm looking to unload a few really old players with huge contracts and salary cap hits. Inquire within. And he may have been sarcastic in this, but shut the fuck up, JPV. Like, you're just an idiot.
It's kind of like when Kenny throws out a trade.
Yeah. I think after...
You just see, no, don't even...
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
No one's going to contact Kenny to make a trade. Mm-hmm. He contacts everybody in the league until somebody fucking gives in and bites.
Yeah, and he'll get who he wants.
And, every fucking year it happens. And and Cooney's the same way. Mm-hmm. 8th seed, Cooney. I'm jonesing for a Pollock's picks and maybe an updated respect rankings webcast. Those are 2 of Bentley's prize, webcasts.
Every day I hope to sign in.
I cannot fucking wait to see those things. And I can shut it off after number 32 because that's where I'll be. And it's not going to change. It won't be updated, Cooney. Sorry to break it to you.
Well, that's just, but...
Pollock's picks, though, maybe. Will's wagers are off the map, and...
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe, but... I
don't
think anyone's really jonesing for any
Will's
of those
wagers are so worthless.
It was fucking stupid.
No
the 9th seed, Will. Making the tournament.
Wow.
Calvin Johnson is no longer the beast he used to be. Have fun with that used up hack, especially as his speed deteriorates due to the idiotic Sim 1 Play 1 deal. Idiot.
What number is that?
This is a 9 seed.
Oh,
basically,
wow.
Will saying that Calvin Johnson is garbage, and we all know that.
Yeah, he
if there's
really
one dick in the world
anything.
that Will loves more than anybody, it's Calvin Johnson.
Oh, absolutely.
And we all praised Wooers for taking
he
the
is
Lions.
a horrible, horrible pick, isn't he? The Lions. I wouldn't want
He's
Calvin
terrible.
Johnson.
Why would anybody want
99
him?
overall. Ugh.
Terrible. 5 seed, Kenny again. My streak was far more impressive than what the Blackhawks did. For those of you who don't know, I guess Kenny won, 30 games in a row or something like that. I'm sure he'll correct me on the thread as soon as he watches this. But the Blackhawks are, first of all, a real team.
Not really.
And starting the season 20-0, I believe. And they just don't lose regular season games. And for some reason, Kenny feels the need to compare himself to real things, and you're going to make the tournament when you say stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess. It is real hockey compared to a video game, so...
Yeah, it's not more impressive because...
As much as the Blackhawks suck.
Well, one was on ESPN and on TV, and Kenny's never going to be on TV. 12 seed, Bentley. Let's see here. Hitler's crony saying, I got to kill Jews or Hitler will kill me. Didn't make them worthy of sympathy. Yes, I just compared you, Kenny, Dusty, and all the other fucks in the league to Nazis.
Somebody's a little salty.
He's a little salty, yeah.
Salty.
Nazis, Joe, he might be overstepping here. The 4 seed is Bentley again. What a complete and total crock of shit. I'll play Jake 100 times and beat him 99. That was the fucking 80 Olympic game for him. And as soon as he posted on the thread, I asked him if he was comparing himself to the
80s Olympic team?
Yeah. So I'm the United States of America, and you're Russia, a team that won, 4 straight gold medals? That's who you are, Joe?
Joe's the Russian hockey team, and you're USA.
Oh, the Soviet Union hockey team. Sorry, Will, you fat fuck. That was our 4 seed. The 13 seed. This is going to Cheltitz, making the tournament for his first year in the league.
Shout out to Cheltitz.
This was submitted to me, and it's really great. He was in. Marcus sent me this. Yeah, I had to read through it here. In trade talks, Cheltitz said this: Morris is a better running back than McFadden, in my opinion. And though McFadden is faster, it's still not enough for me to make a deal unless you send me a pick in return along with McFadden. So you didn't want to trade Alfred Morris for Darren McFadden. I mean, those of us who play Madden know that Darren McFadden is
in Alfred Morris doing anything.
Yeah, and McFadden fucking eats teams in Madden every single season. His injury is who cares what it is.
And he tried to trade him to me, and I was in tank mode at the beginning of that, so I didn't really.
Nobody wants Alfred Morris.
Yeah,
you're not going to get Darren McFadden and a pick. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah. I mean, and anybody who thinks that is the same guy that drafts Alfred Morris 2 overall in their fantasy draft.
Yeah, that's really bad. Number 3 seed, Will, making the tournament.
He made it, huh?
Made it in.
Wow.
I think Bentley is coming on with his Texan squad. He's starting to figure it out. He sure is.
Yeah.
14 seed, another one of my favorites of the entire tournament is Mr. Brian Pugsley.
I made it.
You made the tournament.
Oh.
When you this was after a D&D podcast. You uttered this to the group. I had a little hottie over the other day.
Well, that's the truth.
There's no way. No, you didn't.
No, it's preposterous about that.
There was a number of things preposterous about that.
It seems pretty legit.
Nope, no, you fucking didn't.
It's pretty legit.
6th seed, going to Pepple. I picked the wrong playbook and restarted after 1 play. I have photographic proof for the restart police. So this is us assuming that Pepple, who is, gets 1 or 2 losses every year, is using the wrong playbook as a legit concern to restart. Why don't you just fucking play the game out?
Yeah.
It's a computer. Who cares?
That's something Kenny would say too. I had the wrong playbook.
11th seed, Wooers. If I couldn't make the playoffs every year, I would be out so fast.
I think he means like wife.
Like he would off himself.
Yeah.
Fuck, let's get Wooers out of the playoffs here. Get him out of here.
I think he legitimately means that.
Finish with that car started,
Yeah.
All right, bottom of the region here. 7th seed, JPB. You're welcome, NFC South. That's how you beat a CPU team.
That he beat the Saints, didn't
he? He beat the Computer Saints and bragged about it on the thread.
Nobody
we don't
brags about beating a CPU team.
Nobody.
Except maybe you, because you can't beat a CPU team.
Only JPB. 10th seed, Will.
Will made it.
Will made it in the tournament.
Wow.
Mr. Keith Rezak, whose middle name may as well be Integrity, Honor, or True Patriot.
That's what I think of.
Those are 3 things, you have to think of right away when you think of Keith. Fucking dumb. The 2 seed in this region, fuck this rat status, Benny Boo 22.
People's champ.
The People's champ.
Shout out to Benny Boo.
Yeah, I just listened to his little web care podcast today, and
the Rip Jake apart for
let's invite The Rock on my little show and sing a little nursery rhyme, and that's fine, Benny. But cheating or not, you lost by 42 points to me, and I'm gonna eat the shit out of those corn dogs. So
corn dog champ.
You know it. Anyways, Benny Boo said this. He started a sentence with, "P.S. If I ever win a Rambus Bowl."
Yeah.
You will never win a Rambus Bowl.
No.
You're in Dusty's division, first of all, so you're never even going to win your division.
He's got about as much chance as I do winning a Rambus Bowl, and that's Slim to none, and Slim just left.
Yeah, he's 0. And the 15th seed, this was from the convention last year. Wooer said this. I can drive a golf ball 300 yards. No, you fucking can't. There's no way. We've talked about this already.
I think he might have just hopped on the scale and seen a number and then kind of threw it out there.
Oh, I'm playing golf now.
Was playing golf the same day as he was doing his weigh-in or something.
Here we go. And speaking of Brewers again, moving into our next region, this is the Integrity Like Me region. This is from the statement that Brewers said, claiming that he has integrity.
0
of it. The number 1 seed in this region. This is Will.
Will made it.
Will made the tournament.
Wow.
I'm shocked. I can't even believe it.
We should just have a Will and Bentley region almost.
We really could. I mean,
because
top and bottom play each other, and then that'll be it. And I wanted to emphasize this in this statement is that he posted this in all capital letters under the thread. I'm sorry I have 2 new babies and I can't play Mad while we're ensuring their survival, and maybe everyone in this league needs to get their priorities straight, as my offspring will always be my priority 1. And this was his excuse for dodging Betley for an entire weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, well, you're not the only one in the fucking league who has kids. I got 2 kids over here.
Yeah, and you don't do shit with the kids, and it's all the wife that does all the work in that.
And you know, and look at Carl, the late great Carl. You know, he's got what, 5 kids, and he's around them all the time, and he wins titles.
Yeah.
You don't have any fucking excuse, Will. Play Betley.
No.
16 seed is Wooers. Betley is a legit dude.
No, that's 13.
That's 16.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty high.
I said there's a lot of talent this year. That statements like that, they fall very easily.
That could make a run.
All right.
Will? Did Will make it?
No, the 8th seed is Betley. I'm a new man, a changed man. You won't be hearing anything like that anymore now that I have the Yexons. This is him referencing a clip that was posted on the thread of an infamous Betley meltdown, which we all love those. They're really great. Mm-hmm. He's going to go up against the 9th seed, Noah. Noah with I love Commissioner Betley.
That was after a great dick sucking session.
Oh yeah. Noah
Betley came over and
getting almost to his teeth on there. 5 seed, we got Betley again. I'm not a fucking toolbox who enjoys a good raping. Yes, you are.
Utterly false.
12 seed, JPB. Hey, 10-0 fraud. When can you get your fraudulent teeth kicked in? I'm gonna break Joe Flacco's fraudulent throwing arm, you fraud. He lost 31-14. He was talking to Mace or Pepple or somebody who's way fucking better than JPB, and it was just the most retarded thing he said this year. 4th seed, Will.
Will made it.
Will made the tournament. Mm-hmm. Dusty is fucking horrible. That queen hasn't beaten me in like 3 years or whatever Rambus Bowl 4 was. You can't fucking beat Dusty, Will. You never will. You never have. Don't fucking pretend like you have. It's not going to happen. No. 13th seed, Pugsley.
I made it.
You made it. This was. I think you were more sarcastic than anything in this, but it was just really fucking stupid, and I felt like you should be in the tournament, or the selection committee.
I don't usually utter stupid statements, so I don't know why.
Well, you said this to me. Having Kevin Cobb and Fred Jackson is like having Geno Smith and Santonio Holmes.
Yeah, it's about the same.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Santonio Holmes has more speed than Cobb and Jackson combined, so that alone, I mean, throw Geno Smith.
Kevin Cobb is a great quarterback, and he has a lot of potential.
No, he doesn't. There's a reason he's not a fucking actual quarterback in the NFL anymore. He's awful. All right, let's go. 3 seed, Hetland. Hetland coming back.
Miss you, Hetland.
And it's a really great statement, too. Losing to the CPU is more fulfilling than losing to some of the humans in this league. At least the CPU isn't a gimmicky douche. The CPU is just a robot trying to have fun, and I respect that.
I like that quote.
It's really good. I don't know if it's even preposterous as much as nobody wants to lose to the computer. It's not satisfying. I guess that's what's preposterous about it. But coming from Hetland, it just sounds so wise.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he might get upset by our number 14 seed, which is Will.
Will again.
Yeah.
Wow.
You made it. Let's see. I can't wait to make you, Marcus, cry twice per season, you fucking nitwit. I think he beat Marcus once so far.
Yeah.
So he's 1-3 against Marcus. He's not as good. I don't. The stuff he says, I don't understand. 6th seed. Coming in, Hetland again. Participating in an online video game league is supposed to be one of the most dude-like things a dude can do.
I
don't think anyone thinks that we're like cool for being in our Madden League.
I think one picture of burritos on the couch with a bag of chips. And,
there's your dude-like thing right there.
Drinking a Busch Light is not very dude-ish.
Yeah, or his Mountain Dew Code Red. He's going to be taking on the 11th seed, Pepple. I didn't have time to bitch because I was so busy doing super important stuff. I don't know. You're not.
Playing Chutes and Ladders or Dungeons and Dragons isn't dude-ish stuff.
Yeah. Sitting there with your calculator doing your accounting things. That's not important. 7 seed, Kenny. Some of us have real lives.
Well, his real life must be Madden because that's his only life.
Yeah, that's what makes this extremely preposterous. Is Kenny does not have a fucking life. This is it.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a real life. This is it.
To the new people in the league, Kenny does not have a life.
This is it. This is it.
And that's why Jake beating him is so ridiculous.
And he's got to come up with these elaborate plans to try and take that win away from me.
Yeah.
But he can't ever do it. It won't happen. He's going to take on Pepple again. I love all the new, fresh takes this morning. Is there ever anything new said on the thread?
No.
What do we talk about? We talk about fucking frozen pizza, wrestling, how much they hate me.
Keith sucking Will's dick.
Will and Keith and Benny Boo and their little allegiance of fags sucking off
There's
each
nothing
other.
new and nothing...
There's never anything new on the thread. It's the same shit every day.
Yeah.
2 seed. I maintain this is one of my statements, and this might be the dumbest thing that I've ever said because I actually did mean it. It was a legitimate idea that I presented to the league.
You said some pretty dumb shit.
I said this. Why don't we allow users to control multiple teams?
Yeah?
There's so many things wrong with that. You know, looking back, it's like, how the hell would that ever work? It's so fucking stupid. It might be the dumbest thing that I've ever said. Like, what happens when you play against yourself? Are you just gonna... How would you play that game?
You couldn't.
You couldn't play that game.
Nope.
It wouldn't ever work.
You're a fucking idiot.
I mean, you could just trade everybody to one team for the other. I mean, it's the dumbest.
You said some pretty retarded things, so I don't know if that's the dumbest thing.
That's certainly one of the dumbest things I've ever said. 15 seed Hoffman. This was during Madden 13. This was at the end of Season 3. I was trying to trade with him. I really wanted Cam Newton on my team. And he was going as far as comparing Cam Newton to Robert Griffin, who was by far the best player of Madden 13, and it's not even close.
Not close.
He said, "I'd rather have Cam." This was quoted. He'd rather have Cam Newton than the best player.
Anybody in the
fucking
fucking league would say that.
There's no way, especially and the new guys
I
like
think he's a
wouldn't know,
Panthers
but
fan, so I think that's.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right. On a Raffleson division of Don't Mind Slow Players region.
Oh, that was a classic.
A 15 seed, the Cinderella story, Raffleson. A lot of teams don't mind slow players. It was really dumb, and I was really shocked that he didn't win at all.
Yeah.
He probably should have.
He probably should have.
The top seed in this division is Kenny.
Oh boy.
Getting a top seed. I occasionally do other things other than Madden.
That's got potential.
No, you don't, Kenny.
No, you don't.
That's all you do.
This is your life.
You're sitting in front of
fully
your
admit
fucking screen, watching YouTube videos and doing Madden stuff and getting all the secret plays and all your glitches.
Oh, God. He's got him down to a T.
All fucking day long.
He's got him down to a T.
The 16 seed has no chance in this one. May said this about, he was referencing his tanking in the first season. His response was, not tanking, just having fun and not caring if I win or not.
Oh, yeah.
Mace does care if he wins or not.
Oh,
We've established this. Mace cares. I mean, he does, and he's not going to fool anybody that he doesn't. 8 seed, Cooney. This is probably one of more... I'm the one more vocal about this, but I have to imagine that other people feel that it's preposterous. He ranked Cheltitz in the top 10... Number 9 overall in the family rankings.
I remember that.
After he beat JPB, making him 1-1.
Yeah, I remember that.
He just lost to the Computer Falcons, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, that's number 9 overall guy in our league. 9 seed, Hetland. The Rick Rambis League Commissioner is indubitably one of the most difficult jobs in America. And he might be right. I don't know. It is a 9 seed. It might be more difficult than I know.
As Colin would say, as long as being an NBA coach or an NBA ref.
Yeah, exactly. You have to do jack shit. 5 seed, Raffleson. Is Benny Boo going to broadcast? Could be epic seeing the celebration of beating Dusty.
Jesus Christ.
Did anyone think he was going to beat Dusty? No.
Raffleson.
It's pretty dumb. Going up against the 12 seed is Mace. If I get to relocate the Packers out of Green Bay, I will commence a Will's Wagers spinoff for Season 3. It will be the most disappointing thing this league has ever seen, and that is saying something, considering what we have had in the past years. He did follow through with this, and we got our little Mace's mediocre matchups.
I like Mace's mediocre matchups.
You know what, I do too. It's a fun little read, and I certainly don't consider it the most disappointing thing in the league. I mean, that's Will and Keith.
Obviously.
By far, and no one will ever get close to that.
It's not even close.
All right, next section. 3 seed is Cheltits. This is good too. Guess you're just not including all the people that make them the 6th most popular team in the NFL and the 8th most profitable. But yeah, everyone hates the Bears. Totally. And then he went as far as to post a Forbes link.
Yeah, like anybody was going to click on that fucking link.
We don't care. We hate the fucking Bears. You're talking to a bunch of Minnesotans here.
Fuck the Bears. Fuck the Packers.
Everybody hates the Bears.
We're
going to say that. You're not going to convince us differently, you fucking moron.
Yeah, good luck with Cutler for the next 7 years, too.
Yeah, I enjoy that. 2020 is looking really nice.
Yeah.
14 seed. Kenny. No, I think it's gimmicky to use an entire quarter on one drive. I don't think it's fair.
Gimmicky.
I don't think it's fair for Kenny to call anything gimmicky ever.
Running the hurry up.
The most gimmicky person in the entire league.
18 straight plays of the same play isn't gimmicky, but having like a sustained drive of 1 quarter is gimmicky.
Yeah, he's got 2 to 3 plays. That's all he does.
Yep.
Everybody knows it, Kenny. 6 seed Pugsley.
I made it.
You made it. You're in.
I'm in.
If I don't throw 2 picks in a game, I'll win the game.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
Really? Because if you go play a game against Dusty and you don't throw an interception, you're going to win that game?
Yeah, probably.
Even if you throw 1 interception, you're still going to win that game?
Yeah, probably.
Against Dusty?
Yeah.
Or me? Or anybody on Earth, really?
Yep, anybody. Yep.
Not going to happen. Yeah. The 11th seed. This is Will, but Noah had initially said this. I'm guessing Dusty wins the Rambus Bowl by 40 every year, to which Will responded, wait till I meet him there. You'll never beat him there, and instead of winning by 40, if you do make it there, he'll win by 100.
60.
You know? All right, our last little section here. The 7th seed, Raffleson. We should be polite and kind to Jake. He has an opinion, and we should appreciate that he's willing to share his thoughts with all of us.
Nobody gives a fuck about you.
Nobody does.
No. Nobody does.
No one's gonna be polite to me. I
No.
don't like we've established this. I don't expect. I don't want people to be polite to me. It's really stupid.
If anybody's polite to you, they're an idiot.
10 seed is Betley. The purple-pink controller is for real, though. This guy is playoff-bound next season, guaranteed. Joe has never made the playoffs.
No.
And he never will.
It's funny because, Joe gets a team like the Texans, and all we hear about is the Yexans and how they're going to come back, and it's going to be a whole different year.
Oh, I finally got a good team.
Finally got a good team.
And had to deal with the Bills.
Everybody's going down.
Yeah. You're never going anywhere. The 2 seed, Will.
Will made it.
Made it, yeah.
Wow.
When he said, I've never quit anything in my life.
Nothing could be more farther from the truth.
You are the biggest quitter this league has ever seen.
And he's
really
already,
this earth has
and
ever
he's already
seen.
quit the league, 2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
I think.
He just ups and quits.
Yeah, I think he lost, once by a lot, and then he went in full baby mode and quit, and then came back.
Yeah, and even let's even go outside of the league. Let's talk about some things that Will has definitely quit. Staying in shape, eating right.
Not
he's
being a
quit
booze
having sex with women. I mean,
quit sucking Keith's dick. He hasn't quit doing that.
Maybe that was what he was talking about then.
I guess, yeah. He hasn't quit anything. Yeah.
I mean, someone probably just called him out for quitting that. It was maybe Keith was talking about it, and then he said.
Keith was probably salty.
Yeah. Then he would say that. Okay, I get it then.
Mm-hmm.
15 seed rounding it up with one of my statements. Figure the league would like to be informed that I, Jake Pearson, just defeated Kenny in a game of Madden. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that.
Nobody's proud of you for that.
So that's our tournament. I'm going to have the first couple of matches posted up on the thread here today, possibly along with this. I don't know what kind of time I got. We're doing like a midday broadcast here today, so it's I don't know. We got some really great statements. I think there are a couple that are really going to be tough to beat. I think our top seeds are fantastic.
I think we're doing well
got some
right
good
now.
ones. Yeah, Kenny saying that he has a life outside of this place. I mean, there's all sorts of really great things going on in this tournament. I'm really excited about it. We can move on to another topic here, I guess. Let's talk about the playoffs.
We can do that.
Playoffs are coming up
quickly.
They're coming up. We can, yeah. I mean, just a brief overview of it. The AFC is pretty much set in stone. I think Kenny's going to be a top seed, and I believe it's Marcus or Pepple. I don't know how the tiebreakers work out with that. Two of them will be getting byes.
I would think Marcus, but it's me.
I think actually, no, you know what it'll be? It'll be Pepple is going to get the top seed because his loss is to an NFC opponent, so his conference record is going to be undefeated, I think. So Kenny will be the 2 seed, I believe, and then Marcus is going to be the 3 seed. And then the 4th seed, who the fuck else is out there? I don't know. There's Cooney, Will. Yeah, Cooney, Will, and me. Me. Yeah. And I'm going to be the 5th seed. Will's going to be the 6th seed because he's a piece of shit fucking faggot. So he's going to have to go up against Marcus again.
Good luck with all
We know
that.
how that's going to go. And I get my second shot at Cooney this year. He beat me on a last-second field goal this year. I was kind of salty about it. I had 2 fumbles in the game that he ended up scoring touchdowns on immediately after. So I'd like a little redemption. I don't know that it's going to work out that well, but
I think it's Kenny's division to lose.
I definitely do think it is. I don't think
Kenny, I'm calling you out.
Yeah,
Calling you out. You lost to Jake. Let's do some more homework and start studying some more YouTube videos because
you got to get your act together. It's time. I don't know. I don't see anybody else coming out of our region. And I didn't see it last time, but Cooney ended up beating him. But I guess it just depends on how everything shakes out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, NFC, I don't really give a shit about that conference, but I mean, you're going to have your Wooers, Mace, Chuck, JPB, Dusty. Who the fuck else? Is that it?
Yeah.
I think that's all.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Dusty's going to win it anyway, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
None of you are ever gonna be there.
Nope.
So yeah, that's all we got.
I think
for
we
today.
got some heaters this year. Some good PSTs.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see how this tournament shakes
Yeah.
out. I don't know. It's kind of my favorite time of the year, and then we'll of course crown someone at the convention. Hopefully, we'll get it narrowed down to 2 by then.
Clarification on the convention. Last weekend in March. Is that what I'm gathering?
See, I never thought that was going to be it. I thought it was the weekend before.
And then I thought
it was right around St. Patrick's Day. I thought it was the 3rd weekend of March, but it's the Friday.
Okay.
So it's Friday evening.
I thought Will the Thrill was talking about last weekend in February. Did you hear that on his fuckcast that he
Last
did?
weekend in February?
Yeah.
I really doubt it.
It's tough to listen to him, but...
Yeah, I always thought we would shoot for more.
Well, Cooney, just
warmer
give us
times.
some clarification on that.
Yeah, if we could get a date hashed out. I mean, some of us got to not schedule trips around that time. Other than that, yeah, this has been our show. I'd like to thank intern Pugsley for
thank you.
stepping in
Thank
front
you.
of the camera here today, filling in for
It's my pleasure.
Kenny, who, like I said, can't figure out his fucking work schedule.
We'll try to get him back.
We'll get him back for the next show. I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.
Fuck off.
Fucking faggots.
Well, I'll start off by saying this. Do not blame that game on the defense, okay? I don't care who you play, whether it's a high school team, a junior college team, a college team, much less an NFL team. When you turn the ball over 5 times, 4 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown, 3 others in field position to set up touchdowns, you ain't going to beat anybody I just talked about. Anybody. All right? And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. You can't turn the ball over 5 times like that. Holy crap. I don't know who the hell we think we are when we do something like that. Unbelievable. 5 turnovers. One of them, we've thrown 4 interceptions for touchdowns this year. That might be an NFL record. That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.